Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Blocks the jump in. The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punch. That should teach him you can't just throw out moves. Goes for the low kick. Both fighters' drive gauges are empty. Let's see how this affects the neutral game. Both of them have entered burnout state, which will drastically change their approach to the fight. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Knockdown. KO. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight.
Fires off a whirlwind. Gets the jump in. Brushes that off and keeps going. Chin right kick for a mix-up. Experiencing burnout. Smart play with the throw. Player one has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Lays down a whirlwind. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This ball critical. What's gonna happen? Big breaks it. Like, burnout activates. Wraps it up with a decisive combo. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight.
Starts with whirlwind. The last round. Oh, what's this? The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. It's back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. Connects with the throw. Both sides getting burnt out. Links it. A jump. Crowns him from above. Ooh, what a smart throw. There's a burnout. A real test of nerves here. Looking for a hold. Somehow gotta do better than that. Oh, the crowd reads the counterattack. Puts both cheeks into that super Rashid kick. What'll be the plan here? Back into the corner. It is over. Player one is gonna be watching replays of this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that rundown. Drive reversal. Jumps. Very solid corner switch. Takes a trip. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player one in that dangerous burnout state. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Shoots off a fireball up close. The jump in catches it. Taking stock. Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive moves. Heading into the end game now. Hold your breath. Ends the round with a punish counter. Living in the opponent's head rent-free right now. Player two picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Checking their reaction to the fireball, they've piled up the null. Now, how are they going to use it? Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Player one has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Low heavy, what's next? Scrambling here to avoid that corner. No, critical art now. Gets the counter hit and the win. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Let's get open. Oh my God, they just choked it up. In with the crossover. Closes the gap. Jumps in. Taking chunks out of each, drops him hard. Player one is in a pretty good situation with the victim with a stop and pop. This is gonna be bad news. There's a burnout. Good more fuel to the fire. Cook them up. They're gonna teach you a lesson here. You play with fire, you're gonna get burned. Gets the corner switch. It might be some time for payback. Jump! Pumps the brakes on the impact. Player 2 is in burnout state. A very burns out. This can lead to some big damage. Okay, here we go. Player 1 can't knock them out of the air. They are done. Player 1 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to be first. Jumps. Blade hits him with a stop and bop. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Knockdown. Beautiful setup with that attack. Connects with medium kick. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Experiencing burnout. It's turned into a driveless fight. How will they play it? Both fighters are barely alive. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Player 2 has finishes with the throw. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Lays down a whirlwind. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Jumps. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Uses the target combo with experiencing burnout. Somehow pushes back all of super art. Player 2 is burnout activates. Both sides in burnout. They can't drive. The drive's off the table. What else have they got? The life remaining tells us we're halfway through this match. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. From upstairs. Blocks the impact. Jumps up. Connects with the throw. Lays down a... Can this drive bring them back? The drive kick turns out. Slams on the brakes and shuts out. Closes it out. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight.
Let's get open with the fireball. Who will come out on top in this final round? Medium kick hit. Gets him with a Euro step. Rashid making the chat go nuts with OD spinning mixer. With super arts into play, it's really anything goes at this point. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Connects with the throw. Player 1 is in burnout state. A very sets up with the jump in. Player 1 is in a very good spot. Throws him from above. Player 1 with the rhythm, owning that space. I don't know if this is a top to kill. Player 1 turns out. Low heavy, but it is over. Player 1 has got to be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Jumps up, this can lead to some big damage. Goes for it all, but just misses. You do not want to whiff an impact. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Neither fighter can force the other to give up even an inch. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory. Decides to go in with the target combo. Taking stock. Throws them to start the corner pressure. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Throws them to negate the block. Getting into the end game now. It's getting tense. Holds out with the block. Next hit will end the round. Ends with a projectile. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Opts to create space to start. Gets the jump. Hits them with a stop and bop. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. It's back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. This is gonna be bad news. Looks like they both relied a lot on their drive art. Cashes out of the gauge to summon out to air. Not even the eye of the storm is safe. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 gets tagged by the fireball. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances.
Round 1.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Jump in finds the mark. Fires off an overdrive art. Adding that to the mix will change the pace of the match and keep the opponent on their toes. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Drive reversal to break in. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be, and the throw ends around. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Opts to create space to start. Charges forward. Denies the low head. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Player just goes for it at this range. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Jumps. Player 1 has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use. Finishes with the throw. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round 1.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Holds out with a block. Drive reversal to break in. Just like that there. Drive reversals let you counter while guarding. Lots of aggression from both sides. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue to fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Shows a medium kick. Throws them to negate the block. Player 2 going on the offensive. Lays down a whirlwind. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Big low attack to pick up the win this round. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Hits the drive. Who's going to start things off? Medium kick hits. Can't tech the throw. Closes the gap for the grab. Their spacing is so on point right now. Scores a counter hit with the OD mixer. Super experiencing burnout. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. The throw missed. The cyclone hit. Smart decision there. The chip damage was enough. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Rashid. Fight. Round. Fight.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Medium kick hits. Goes for the jump in. All in with the rough. Reversal. Brings a breather to reset the situation. Their drive burns out. Ooh, you never know what they do. There's the burnout. And they burn out in sync. The drive's off the table. What else have they got? Player 1 with the rhythm owning that space. They've got about, yo, rock super here. They're gonna teach you a lesson here. To play with fire and you're gonna get burned. Oh, they saw that they had the game. Player 2. Oh, they're gonna beat in the middle. No hesitation or regret. Hit them with that NSF gun. Is it over? Player
Rashid
2
wins.
delivers the upset. That's one for the replay.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. A jump in. Drive reversal. Opts to use the gauge for the drive reversal. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. They need to hold out. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Throws him down. Knockdown. No good up high. Throws him to negate the block. Knockdown. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Taking stock. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Oh, easy tech. Grabs him. Oh, whiffs the throw. This is a critical point of the round where they're just experiencing burnout. KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Drive time. Who's going to start things off? Jumps. Hits them with a stop and block. Rashid making the chat go nuts with OG spinning mixer. Avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow. Escapes the corner to reset the situation. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Player 2 just goes for it at this range. Scared money don't make no money. Spends it all for the Shinryu rip-off. Makes smart use of the gauge. Good, super. Burns out. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Baron Rip reads the jump in perfectly. Drops them from the air. Connects with the throw. Will they go all in without drive? Player 1 can't. What a finish! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
Who's going to steal this win? This can lead to some big damage. Gotta do better than that. Excellent block to shut out the impact. Links it. Player 1, burnout activates. Both fighters bring more fuel to the fire.
Prepare for turbulence.
Rashid hits without the ear. We're about to experience some tail force damage. Player 2 can't let this simmer. Ooh, what a smart throw. Okay, here we go. Player 1 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Good decision with that throw. What's next? A real test of nerves here. Player 1, what a clutch low heavy. They are done. Player 2,
wins.
straight up outplayed them. Talk about a David and Goliath situation. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Fires off a whirlwind. Will gain control of the match in the early going. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Not so fast. Sees the overhead coming and blocks it. Takes the chance to hurt him. What's going to follow the combo? Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Very solid corner switch. Gets out of the corner. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Throws him to negate the block. Medium kick. Throws him. What's next? All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? The counterattack connects. Great sense to take advantage of even the smallest opening. Player 2 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out?
Fight.
Fires off a whirlwind. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Shows the medium kick. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Okay, this is gonna hurt. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive arc from this situation? Player 2, anti-air, flatlines them. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight!
Who will come out on top in this final round? Untrained, but still works out. All in with a rush. Plenty of health, full gauges, drops that off. Player 1, more fuel to the fire. Put them up. They're gonna teach you a lesson here. You play with fire, you're gonna get burned. Player 2, there's a burnout. Player 2 isn't burning. Oh, huge 10. Whirlwind shot. Shakes things up with a fireball. Connects with the throw. What are they gonna do? Starts with whirlwind. They're recovered. Quick dash. Somehow Vance gets him with a Euro step. These fighters are swinging for control of the match. Who's gonna take it? I can't believe this can lead to some big damage. Oh my, the throw tech. Answers with a fireball. They couldn't take it. Player 1 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Whirlwind shot. Lays down a whirlwind. That feeling out phase is over. Time to get down to business. Keeping track of the opponent's movements, waiting for a good opening. No good up high. Goes for the throw. What's the play here? Takes them all the way to the corner with that. They've got nowhere to run now that they're in the corner. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Holds out with the block. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight!
Steps back to start things off. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Player 2 did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. Gets out of there with a backdash. What'll happen here? You've got to be mindful of Rican looking to impress with this super Chimpujinra hit. Good damage on it. Player 2, is it a... Ooh, what a smart throw. Going in. Jump. Player 1 can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. Scuff him. Closing moments of the match. This is gonna hurt. They're in pain. What a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight!
Opens with a jump in. Gets him with a Euro step. That throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. Hits them with the counter throw. Anti-air in the clutch. Player 2, can this drive bring them back? Burnout activates. Jumps. All in with the rush. Burns out. And they burn out and save. Oh, putting the cherry on top.
Prepare for turbulence!
Uh-oh. This could really tip the scale.
Picture perfect!
Carried to the court. Will this super art do anything? Excellent read. A wheel wraps it up with a throw. Player 2 faced the giant and walked away unscathed.